Hi guys, I am in my little greenhouse in our shop where all my seedlings are growing, and I thought it was time to give you guys an update as some of them have been started almost 4 weeks ago. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Kayla and I'm growing in a zone 3 in Canada. That is why I'm having to start a lot of these things this soon. First up were the 2 trays we started about 4 weeks ago, and that is our onions and celery. We had pretty good germination on most of the onions. These are the red ruby and then the Utah yellow. These two, this is a Borentana and a white sweet Spanish. Not as good germination, but they were older seeds. I only had a few of the Kelsey, but they actually really good germination, so I'll have some good onions from them. And then these 4 ones were the saved seeds, and they had pretty decent germination, so I'll get some good onions there. And I actually, not on the video, but I did start the rest of my saved onion seeds that I had left just because I want lots of onions, and they're growing well. And everything here has been growing good. I got the Apache. These are a green onion. These are the winter onions, which is basically like a big green onion. I did not have any germination on my chives. I think they must have just been pretty old seed. But that's okay. I have lots in the garden still. These are the celery. These pink ones came up really good. And you can see they've already grown their first sets of true leaves, and they're coming along really well. These ones are the Utah. They germinated a lot later. They were older seed, but they're still growing pretty good. So these were all started 4 weeks ago. And then 3 weeks ago, we started all the herbs. And as you can see, most of them are growing pretty well. These chamomile came up first, and they got pretty good germination. Next to that is the lavender. Took a little bit more longer to come up, but again, pretty good germination. The seeds are pretty old, and lavender can be hard to grow. Of course, the petunias, nothing. I didn't think I'd get anything there. This is the bergamot. This is the spilanthes, the toothache plant. I don't have anything actually. Sorry, I have one that came up for my white yarrow. They were older, pretty old seeds actually. As you can see, my yellow yarrow germinated really well. And this is the red yarrow, and they had pretty good germination. Of course, I sowed them really thick, but that's okay. This is the anise hyssop, and it has germinated really well too. And then over to the other tray is the catnip. You can see it's got its true leaves, working on its second set of leaves. Catnip grows really well for me. The hardest thing I find with catnip is just keeping it away from my cats, because if they find this tray, they'll destroy it. We have any germination on the lemon balm. Then we have the spearmint. Really, really tiny, but pretty good germination. There is a bit of green algae kind of on the soil. I have to get a fan in here. Just has to do with probably too high humidity. It's sitting there too long, but they'll be okay. White sage, it actually grew really well. I didn't get any to germinate last year. In the same package of seeds, a whole bunch came up, so that's good. Mint, I'm just starting to get the mint to germinate. Again, 3 weeks. Sometimes herbs can take a long time. Nothing in the sage. This is the garlic chives. I do have a little bit germinating there in the garlic chives. They've been pretty slow. The oregano did really good for me this year, which is nice. We can get that established. I only have one lovage right here, still hasn't dropped its seed pod yet, that just germinated. That took a very long time. Same with the creeping thyme. I have one here, and oh, sorry, two. There's one there too. Very old seeds, so get a little bit. But the thyme, it grew really well. So we have lots of thyme coming on to be able to establish a lot in the garden. And then over on this side are the peppers. These were started 2 weeks ago. I had this one on a heat mat. This one I did not. And you can see it definitely does help with the peppers to start germinating. Peppers can take 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little worried about some of these ones. I just started seeing a couple start to pop through. Yeah, like so if we go right down in here. So this is the first signs I have of this tray after just over 2 weeks. This tray, again, some stuff hasn't, but again, it's still popping through. Jalapenos grew up really good. Got lots of the Sugar Rush peach, a jalapeno, pumpkin spice, but you can see things are still germinating, so we're just going to be patient. I took them off the heat mat and instead just put a heater in this room. That'll help everything else that I have to germinate. And then just below those peppers are the brassicas we started just last week. It's actually been, I think, 5 days, and look at this. Brassicas are little overachievers. I love these plants. There's germination everywhere. This is all the broccoli coming up. We've got the cabbages coming up. Golden Beauty, you can see here. These are those Mammoth Red Rock, which you can see they already have that purple color right from germination. And then some of the kales, so that's really exciting. And I forgot to show you under the herbs there, I also have my valerian, going for the valerian root. It germinated pretty good. A A little bit spotty, but that's okay. Sometimes those herbs, those really small seeds, can be really hard to germinate. And then I also started as an experiment some lettuce, and it's 3 days ago, and this stuff has really quick germination. So I'm actually going to try to start growing this and plant it outside fairly soon in the next few weeks and see if we can start growing lettuce outside early. And then actually one more bonus tray here of peppers that I just started a few days ago. These are the jalapeno and the cayenne from my saved seeds that I want to start a big grow of. So that's everything that we have growing. These onions are due for their haircut pretty soon, and I might start potting up a few of these things because I actually need some of their trays. I'm going to be starting more seeds here in the next couple of days. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.